MGT, what it do? It's your boy Moody Starr, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new, you already know what to do, man. Become a subscriber, like the video, and join MGT. This is a channel where I like to highlight current events and talk about my spiritual walk here in this beautiful, fucked up, sideways ass matrix. Now, first of all, I gotta say a special shout out to anybody that's holding on to your energy, going within, and being high vibrational. Here at MGT, this is what we do. We work on ourselves every single day. All right, so a couple of things I want to go over in this video. First of all, I sincerely apologize to anybody that has posted a question as far as like what videos I should be doing pertaining to practicing semen retention. I finally got a chance to get to some questions. So here in this video, I'm gonna be going through like a couple comments. I'm pretty much, since I've been checking out the comments and everything, for the most part, everybody's been asking typically the same type of questions. One of the most asked questions right now is semen retention and smoking marijuana. That's probably one of the biggest questions. And I've made a couple of videos on this channel talking about it. I talked about semen retention and being on marijuana. I also talked about semen retention and fasting from marijuana, the difference of like how you're gonna feel. So I actually understand both sides of the fence, you feel me, when it comes to using it and not using it. Just like with everything here on this channel, I always talk a lot about balance. I'm not one of those spiritual people who are like, oh, you can't do this. If you do this, you're gonna perish. You feel me? We are here for a particular reason. And one of the reasons I would say is not only to enjoy life, but to learn from life. You can't really learn nothing if you're always in the right. If you're always doing something on point every single time, every single day, you wouldn't even be learning nothing. You feel me? So before I get to that weed question, I do have a couple of other questions people have been asking for quite some time. Like I got this one comment. It says, let me see. Let me get to it. Somebody just asked, when am I streaming? That's so funny because I was actually thinking about doing this video live. But this question was from Goonman24. I always see him on my channel anyway. Like, shout out to Goonman. Can you make a video about how you're a different person when you aren't sober, even if it's occasional? Been curious about that. So that's a great question. And that literally most of my questions, bro, within the comment section it's not even about female attraction. It's not about the glow. It's not really anything about that. It's more so about marijuana and or at least being sober. So if I can understand the question, let me repeat it. It says, can you make a video about how you're a different person when you aren't sober? So how are you a different person when you are not sober and you happen to be on this journey? Put it like this, bro. Y'all know, y'all been watching this channel for a while. Y'all know if I happen to partake of the marijuana or not. Like, there's people in the comment section that can tell, oh yeah, you're baked. Sometimes people be trolling and shit, but like some days I really, you feel me? Like I do my little meditation and I use it, you feel me? And I would say, even just from a statistical point, whenever I do smoke weed, it just really depends on the topic that I'm talking about. Because I really don't want to like blame weed. It could be a combination of things. It just really depends on what I was going through. But most of the time, statistically speaking, I actually do better, like numbers, like I have a higher view count when I'm actually sober versus when I'm smoking. Or not even like smoking, because I don't ever like smoke on camera. But for the most part, I feel like it's more of just like energy blockage, bro. You're not actually at the top of your game. That's why like whenever I do videos, I try, especially in the morning. It's not even a matter of try. It's like, this is what I'm gonna do. Is this something in my beard? The fuck. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make the video, and then if I fuck with it or not, and if I have my flower for that day, then I'll break it down and I'll listen to my video. I don't really like smoking or doing anything before I do my video. You feel me? Because when I wake up, I'm fresh from the astral realm, so that's when my mind is most like kind of creative, and yet it's still not filtered by the world. So there is a huge difference. I'll tell you that much. Um, will marijuana like ruin your life, or can it get in the way of your retention journey? Honestly, if you have enough control, especially over your situation, and especially how much you buy and whatnot, you would just it really won't bother your journey. If anything, it'll actually help your journey, depending on how you use it. But most, I would say, generally speaking, though, most of the time, the marijuana that we are getting is probably not the best. You feel me? So basically, if you're not growing it yourself, it probably has some type of chemical in it to affect you as far as like your thinking patterns goes, and as far as like your testosterone levels. There are marijuana plants that do exist that literally reverse the energy within everybody. So women who smoke, they seem more masculine. Men who smoke, y'all see, generally speaking, a lot more men are becoming more feminine. You see what I'm saying? That's why, again, it's all about having a balance. You feel me? So, yeah, bro, everybody literally has been asking about that. Like, I have another like weed related question. Um, like somebody just asked, like, could you make a new video on weed on this journey? So obviously I'm making this video now. What else? Somebody asked, can I do a video regarding semen retention books? I have a few books that I'm currently kind of like taking my notes on. Like this one, I think I brought it to y'all attention one time. But basically, with this book, this is more so if you got like your partner or whatnot, and if you want to transmute that energy, you can definitely do that with your partner. That's why it's levels to semen retention, bro. Trust and believe, man. When you have that special somebody and you can trust them to a certain extent, I'm telling you, it's a beautiful thing to experience. And then also too, one thing that was brought up, and I actually may want to react to his video. I'm not gonna do it yet, but I'm probably gonna react to it sometime. But somebody brought it to my attention that depending on which women, and I think this might be the second half of the video, but depending on the type of woman you're dealing with, you might be that guy that she's waiting on. Meaning, you might be that guy that when she's done doing what she's doing, when she's done playing around, because she's gonna have, the sneaky link. She's gonna have, the work hubby. She's gonna have the guy who, gives her money. She's gonna have the guy that randomly pops up to her city. She's gonna have the guy that is on whatever social media platform, and he just he's the plug to somewhere. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is why it's very important to have emotional intelligence and not be stupid. Okay? I'm probably gonna make a separate video about that, but I just wanted to drop that in there real quick. Let me see. Somebody asked a question saying, can you make a video about wireless devices? Does it fuck with our vibration, energy, body, health? That's a great question. And shout out to, this is at 191. So to answer the question, yes, it does. It really does. It affects us emotionally. I, for one, can tell when I'm affected, bro. And I have this bad habit, right? I haven't done this in years, But I have this bad habit of looking at my phone, and then when I look at my phone, I'm like, damn, everybody's in their fucking phone. Everybody's online. Everybody's texting. Everybody's making moves and stuff. Everybody's on Snapchat, Instagram, whatever, right? It got. I'm a young man that was like born and raised in the '90s. So in the '90s, we didn't have cell phones. I'm used to going outside and interacting with people, going outside and playing for hours in the hot ass sun. You feel me? So before electronics really took over the world like that, people were still more human. You feel me? I still had more of a human experience. So with that being said, when the cell phones and everything started to come about and the iPhones and everything, I remember I had this one particular phone, and I remember the chick that I was talking to, she was actually my girlfriend at the time. She had an iPhone. I was still with Android. And bro, she was convincing me, oh, go switch the iPhone, switch the iPhone. For the longest, I didn't want to. Eventually, I did. And then when I did that, I got pissed off. Because I'm like, okay, this is the phone that everybody has, which, by the way, don't get it twisted, bro. For some reason, not every woman operates like this. But if you live in America and you're dealing with a woman and she sees that you have an Android, your attraction level has gone down. The average female in America has an iPhone, okay? And if she has an iPhone and you have an Android, she gonna look at you like, what the hell, catch up with the times, like you tripping. Just throwing that in there too. But again, you don't. I'm not gonna lie though. At the same time, some women I've met some women that have Androids and they are like they're definitely their whole mind, their brain is operates totally different. Like dead ass serious. They don't like to fit in type shit. That's what I notice. It's either she's just uniquely different or she's just going through hard times and she just need a little throwaway phone. But to answer the question, it does affect us emotionally and mentally because now your external world is now being ciphered into a device. Like this video that you're watching, you're probably watching on an iPad, cell phone, laptop, or computer. You feel me? So this is why, like, when I make my videos and I drop information, it's information for y'all to apply in y'all life, like today. You see what I'm saying? I would get so pissed with my phone, like after a while, that I would walk outside. Like one time, I got into an argument with my ex, and I wasn't even mad at her, bro. Oh, you know what? It wasn't that I got into an argument. It was the fact that in order for her to even respect me, I had to have the latest iPhone type shit. You feel me? Like, but I had an iPhone, but it wasn't like the latest one. So I ended up walking outside. I'm just looking at my shit. I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I took my shit. Wow, slammed that bitch on the ground, bro. Broke that bitch, dog. Just because it's like, and it at that moment, I didn't know why I did it. I thought I was just like mad at the world, but over time, I realized because I did it again after. Like one time I got pissed off and I literally threw my phone through the wall. There was a hole in the wall, my guy. You feel me? Because I think I was doing a podcast and then a chick that I was talking to at the time, she just kept on hitting me up. You feel me? And then she was like hitting me up about some shit about like, oh, who's this girl on Facebook and like screenshotting shit on Facebook and in my mind I'm like, man, fuck all this Facebook, fuck all this shit, nigga. Take y'all motherfucker, take y'all bullshit ass energy and go somewhere else with that shit. And that's what I did. I threw my fucking phone. You feel me? Off of a post, people get into arguments off of a post. A post, my guy. You see what I'm saying? So it has to be a balance with whatever you're using, whatever electronics that you have, whether it's a PS5, whether it's your iPad, your phone. I'm telling you right now, bro. It's like you have to meditate. You have to actually have a real world experience. Like before I even made the video today, I got up early. I went to the park. I was hooping. You feel me? I didn't have like one of my better games today, but I still had like a real world experience. So now after I was hooping and I done, did my little meditation and I was like, I had my moment to my time, my moment to myself. That's when I was like, okay, let me check. Let me see what's good with these comments. You feel me? It has to be a balance. Going to sleep with your phone right next to you, I heard that gives off radiation and shit. So again, there's certain things you could do to adjust, but keep in mind, there's almost everything that you could think of: dishwashing liquid, detergent, goddamn toothpaste, food, lights, your cell phone. Everything in the matrix, in some way, shape, or form, is attacking you to a degree. That's what I'm saying. We have to protect our energy by not consuming too much of, being on the phone, being on watching TV, just actually going out in Mother Nature. And even when you go out in Mother Nature, you still gotta cleanse yourself out because they spraying stuff in the air, bro. You see how powerful you are? The Matrix has to work so hard to get you to be in your lower nature. The thing about it is that they rock everybody to sleep by making it be like normal and acceptable. And before you know it, um, when people be like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be vegetarian because I'm gonna eat this, but I'm still gonna smoke this, and so I'm gonna die one way or another." Like that doesn't really make sense to me, at least, because it's like you're speeding up your death. You feel me? And then you're not really living life to the fullest. So again, everything is a balance, man. Everything is a balance. There's a couple more questions. Somebody asked, "Do I still take cold showers?" At the moment, I do not. But I am gonna get back to that. Somebody asked about my Patreon. As far as the Patreon goes, I'm still working on that. Still waiting on some new equipment to come in, so that way, like the audio and everything is gonna be on point. Let me see. Somebody asked, "What's your thoughts on a teenager practicing semen retention?" My thoughts on that is that's very powerful. That means you are ahead of the game. If you happen to be a teenager and you're retaining your energy already, bro, there's literally about to be a new generation of young men. They're going to be masculine, and they're also going to be highly intelligent, and hopefully what I asked the next generation. Here's one thing I asked from y'all, bro. I asked that y'all practice more emotional intelligence, practice more self-control over your tempers. Like if you happen to get mad, if somebody happens to like put you in a lower vibrational state. I'm seeing and meeting too many women who have been SA'd. If you know what SA is, then you know. They have suffered from a lot of trauma, a lot of mental manipulation from men who try to empower themselves by belittling some of these women. These men created a generation of women that now that's the modern woman. You feel me? Now they don't respect men. All I'm asking is the next generation of guys just to be emotionally intelligent. Don't put your hands on a woman unless it's to show some love. That's all I'm saying. Because it's annoying as hell to, have to meet different women or different people over a period of time. And now I have to deal with the baggage that somebody else that was not emotionally intelligent caused on that particular female. You feel me? It's all a chain reaction, bro. We are connected, bro. Like whether we want to be connected or not, like we are in some way, shape, or form. So let me see. There's a couple more questions. Let me see. Somebody said, "Hi G, I'm on 90 days plus SR, and I wanted to ask, what do you think about caffeine? Does it interrupt with the benefits of the journey?" So this is a good question too. A lot of people ask this question about caffeine, drinking coffee. Honestly, you probably asking the wrong person. You probably gonna have to ask Jimmy Butler, okay? Jimmy Butler, he has his big face coffee. You can ask him. Nah, but honestly, all jokes aside, I don't consume a lot of like caffeine because I stopped drinking juice for one, and I also stopped drinking soda. So, but as far as caffeine and coffee, I was never a coffee person, so I don't really know how that actually affects your journey. You feel me? A lot of people I've heard people say coffee is healthy for you. Some people say, oh no, they're gonna fast from it, like no caffeine. I naturally don't have caffeine in my system unless I'm probably eating some shit and I don't even know it has caffeine in it. But for the most part, yeah, I don't really know too much about that. Let me see. Somebody asked a great question. I can't pronounce. I think it's Abel or it's Abe IDK 8861. He asked, "Is there any way to get rid of the subconscious mind for the corn?" When corn, I'm assuming he's talking about porn. I still think back on the clips I used to watch in the past. Now that is a good question, bro, because you not stupid. Your lower self is not stupid. And if you think about it, bro, if you're on semen retention, your memory is gonna get so much better. So you're gonna remember everything. Unfortunately, you will remember everything, bro. You're gonna remember like what you've been through. You're gonna remember just certain random shit. So as far as like somebody who used to watch a lot of porn, again, everybody, it happened. You feel me? Um, the best thing you can do is not give that mental picture the time and day and energy. Okay, it's put it like this. The best way to avoid that is to don't have like basically don't have idle time. That's number one. And number two, I would say I was gonna say like okay, you don't really have to really worry about that, especially if you do attract women, and eventually if you attract a female or whatnot. Then again, it's more so everything is a lot more different now. You got to understand that corn, or whatnot, it's not real. It's made up. The shit's make believe. Okay, um, so you have to have the how should I put it? You have to be able to decipher between okay, what's real and what's not within your subconscious mind. You feel me? But mainly, just don't put no energy towards it because if you start thinking about something, the more you think about it, and then even the more you try to not think about it, but it's still on your mind, you're gonna end up fucking with it. You see what I'm saying? So again, your lower self is not stupid. Your lower self remembers everything that caters to it. So you just have to be aware. All right, you just like how you are becoming smarter, your lower self is gonna get smarter too. All right, let me see. There's more questions, but let me see if I can get to one. All right, somebody said self realization is a way can ultimately unlock our higher selves. Can you make a video on what it feels like to be around someone with a high vibration? Um, this is from the same person who actually asked another question. What is like to be around a person who has a high vibration? The chemistry is lit. You sometimes you'll finish a sentence that they start. Sometimes uh, it doesn't take too long for y'all to connect. Like that's when you're around somebody who's a high vibrational person. Someone could be a female. It could even be a male. You feel me? There's been plenty of guys I've been around that I could just tell like they mean business, and I could tell like they are like a family man, and they're about their, I'll say they're just about their grind, their overall betterment of life. You feel me? So usually, the conversation is always flowing. Y'all can learn from each other. If you're constantly learning from somebody, that's a sign of them being high vibrational. When they're not, uh, when they don't make anything personal, when they are non-judgmental, that's when you can tell you're around a high vibrational person. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I thought this was a question, but it wasn't. It was just somebody ranting. Somebody asked how much does nicotine ruin SR benefits? Because there's still hella dopamine being released. That's a good question too. Um, I don't know what y'all usually use to roll y'all shit or whatnot, but I want to say most leaves, they do have nicotine in it. So your best bet, again, if you could quit smoking altogether, then I get that. You feel me? I would say do that, honestly. Have I gotten to that point yet? No, I have not. You feel me? Um, but again, what I mentioned in the video earlier, again, everybody talks about weed on the channel, bro. All y'all niggas be y'all be smoking, bro. It's all good. Y'all talk about me be smoking, boy. I feel like I get all the weed heads on my channel. But I would say, again, it will affect you. It just would, in the sense of you won't operate as efficient as you would be if you are sober. This is why, again, I make most of my content. I say about 80% of my content I'm sober. When I make my videos, I make sure I don't got no weed in my system. I'm not gonna smoke before I do a video. I make sure I'm at a clear state, because sometimes when I do smoke, I meditate, but then I get into my mind. Then I start thinking about other shit. You feel me? That's what kind of marijuana makes you do a little bit. Sometimes it makes you overthink, but don't make you. It doesn't put you at a state where you have to move at a sense of urgency. It's like everything's gonna be all right type of shit. It's like really there to calm you down. But it just has to be either a balance, or like recently I've been smoking less. You feel me? And the more, there's been days where I would, within the past week, where I haven't posted a video, but I was perfectly fine. But that was just me connecting to myself, saying like, you know what, I don't want to force a message today. I feel good, I'm just gonna vibe. You feel me? So um yeah, our best bet, I feel like that's gonna be the goal, bro. By the end of 2023, bro, I probably would not be smoking. Hopefully I ain't gonna hold you. But let me see. Somebody Somebody asked, why do you only talk about female attraction? I told y'all, bro. Like y'all just be. I think y'all niggas just be trolling. Uh, what are what are you describing? This says, what are you describing is a woman's form of edging. I don't really understand that question. All right. I think somebody said hooping in some Air Maxes. That's funny. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, people be saying a lot of stuff here on this channel, bro. But for now, I'm gonna end the video because I'm almost pushing 30 minutes. Um, I'm seeing a lot more questions about like wet dreams and shit, but I really haven't been having no like wet dreams as of recent. I just been cooling. When I go to sleep, I go to sleep. I go to sleep early and I be at peace, and I don't have no food digesting in my system. I try to eat early, so by the time I go to sleep, when I astral travel, it's a real experience. It's so real that I don't even like. I don't acknowledge it when I come back here, but that's what I need to start doing. But that should be feeling real as hell. But that's it for today, man. Make sure you guys like, share, comment down below, drop it back on the Cash App to support the team. If you want to drop some more questions in the comment section. I'm gonna get to them. I apologize, but yeah, we gonna get to them. Peace.